Welcome, everybody, and I'm so happy that you're here. So, welcome to my weekly live on Facebook where you can learn tips and tricks and more for your health and well being. Now, today we're going to talk about your well being and how it can affect your mindset. So, as entrepreneurs, we need to develop personal skills and personal growth to succeed and find happiness. So, the saying goes if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. But do you really know what makes you happy? Money buys things and comfort, but not happiness. If you're not happy, where do you start? So today, our guest is the talented Sonya Janisse, and she will tell us about how she helps others achieve their goals and find happiness within. When your cup is full of gratitude and love, it just spills over into the lives of others. So, welcome, Sonia. Let me put you here. There. Welcome, Sonia. So, I'm so grateful that you are here with us today. Sonia has her own businesses, plural. She is a public speaker, a coach, and also an author. So, Sonia, can you please introduce yourself and tell us what it is you do?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for even considering to bring me on this show because I know as an ambitious entrepreneur, we never know who's following. I actually talked about this earlier today when I did my video, and there's a lot of people that are watching behind the scenes.
Yes.
And so you need to continue to show up every single day in your life. You don't know if it's your children, if it's your cousins, if it's a complete stranger, if it's your boss or your potential boss, or if it's somebody aspiring to be you
Yes.
and you have no idea of your hidden talents and gifts. So, what I do as an accountability coach, I help you design your life your way, going from unbearable to unstoppable as you learn to keep the promises you make to yourself. You know, those promises of achieving time freedom, balanced energy, and elevated finances.
Yes. That is so amazing what you do. So, how is it that you actually help them? I know you mentioned balanced life and finances, but how do you help them?
It's you mean like my different modalities, right? Like through my coaching workshops, things like that. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify. I do a few different options. So I do offer free workshops. I do have a custom workshop that I do. It's called Essentially You, and it's a great workshop. And so that's one workshop. That one is absolutely free. But I offer about 7 other workshops to workplace wellness, to network marketing teams, to anybody who's in sales and service, and to the community. But they're very empowering. So it's like healthy eating on a budget and the Goldilocks approach to keeping your promises and a vision board workshop. So I've created tools and resources to put everything together for you, either as a DIY or if you're coaching with me directly. And then the coaching is coaching or group.
That's
So,
amazing. That's
and I'm
amazing.
working, sorry, thank you. And I'm working on one small little add on. So, I'm going to throw this out there now. I am working on creating a very unique community. I am thinking of calling it something about intention, living with intention. And again, think of the people that you know of in network marketing or that believe that there's so much more to life than what they have now. And
Yes.
all it takes are some subtle changes. So this is an exclusive group. It's going to be a weekly subscription, or you can pay for the year. You can opt out whenever you want. There is zero commitment. Okay. But you're going to get in there so much value. For anybody that follows me already, I give so much value that you almost don't need to work with me. Which means send me your friends and let them work with me or set me up with retreats because yes, you can follow my process step by step by step. You can be in my energy. But in this group, it's so much more than that. It's like we are locked arms in a community. So I am considering launching this group. I want to get about 10 people first to get it rolled out, but I don't think that'll be long. But you're my very first announcement. So this is absolutely new right here, right now. And we need this. We need to know that we can break out in local groups. Maybe there are people in your local, like maybe it's by location. Maybe it's by interest, maybe it's by hobby, or here's the thing. Every single week, we talk about the 4 pillars that I coach people on. And I know this is one of your questions, but the 4 pillars for any entrepreneur, for any person, but remember, the ambitious entrepreneur, you want more happiness, more fun, more freedom, more money, right?
Yes.
Those are the qualities of an ambitious entrepreneur. You want to break free from the restrictions that life has placed on you by following what you've been told your whole life, because you believe there's so much more versus waiting until retirement
Yes.
to enjoy life and then trying to figure out your identity and who you want to be. So I help you create that identity as you design your life your way. Workshops, group coaching, one-on-one coaching, and this brand new Intentionally You, there we go, Intentionally You community. I love it. So here's the thing, inspiration strikes all the time, and we don't realize it. Right here, right now, at 2:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I just came up with one of the elements I need to move this to the next level.
That's
right.
Yes.
It's going to be called, because I have that workshop called Essentially You. So how fitting that the community where we hold all of this information, well, I will show up and do readings or offer coaching or offer discounted pricing, take people through my books that I've created and how to use them. A book club for the people in the group. So many value adds for that $22 a week that you're going to want to be in this because you are becoming a better version of you. You are intentionally you.
Yes, that is so true. Now, sometimes people, we try to achieve so much and then we do so much and then we get to a burnout. So I know on your Facebook page, you have talked about burnout. So what exactly is burnout?
Honestly, burnout starts with a sudden feeling of something's not right. And that's going to mean something different for everybody. And it's very ironic that you brought this up today, Lorraine. It's been a week of ups and downs, like the roller coaster that life gives us. Mm-hmm. And I'm juggling all of the things right now to my capacity, but I still had to reach out for help. I called my dad over for reinforcements to help take care of my grandson. They are outside. But here's the thing. He was taking a nap, and there was scenario after scenario after scenario this morning. And I'm not saying they're good or bad. It was just much. I could handle any one of them. But here's the thing. I waited too long to eat. I didn't bring enough water with me. I wasn't as prepared as I could have been to have made this busyness and this hectic day be a little bit more seamless. I also had a day out of sorts yesterday. So for 2 days in a row, I had yet to meditate. I had yet to do reflections. Sorry, I think I meditated both days, but I didn't journal and I didn't do reflections. So that feeling was starting to compound at this point. Mm-hmm. Okay, and this was a little bit earlier today. Then some of my appointments got rearranged and everything turned out fantastic because I believe everything unfolds the way it's supposed to. I truly believe that everything is always working out for me. And I say that mantra at night, every night, over and over and over again until I fall asleep. What a way to fall asleep. What a way. We can talk about that later, but what a way to fall asleep. So here's the thing, right? I too feel busy and overwhelmed. And I messaged Tony and I told him that. I'm like, and I wrote it in my journal. And I paused when I put Hudson down for a nap. And for those that don't know, Hudson's my grandson. So it's not like he's a constant every day in my life where I'm taking care of him. So it's a little bit more of, ooh, how good are you at juggling life? Because, surprise, I need your help today. No matter what the circumstance, I do what I can to help, right?
Great.
So Hudson's down for a nap, but he wakes up as soon as I'm done that. I still hadn't eaten. I had just decided maybe I would take a break for an hour and go outside and float in the pool. But he woke up. So I'm like, forget this. I'll make him a shake afterwards. Now my dad came in. And I pushed my one appointment 15 minutes late. I'm like, I don't care. And then I spoke to her. It was just more like a friend business relationship. Yes. And I spoke with her from the pool. Good. So do I understand what burnout feels like? Yes. So here's the irony, folks, is Lorraine and I did not have this conversation before because I showed up 2 minutes late. We didn't have time to chit chat. So I did capture all of these moments on 15-minute TikTok threads, including Hudson and I playing in the pool together. I turned this into a magical moment, deciding right there and right then what was truly important in my life. Being stressed at my calendar that I've created as the CEO of my life, every single thing in that calendar is what I've agreed to.
True.
I own that, but it wasn't working for me today. So how can I change it so the rest of my day can be better than the first part of my day? And not that it was wrong, I just hit a tipping point.
There were unexpected things that happen in life, which everyone has.
So when we take care of our mind, body, and soul, when we work on those 4 areas nicely, meals, movement, mindset, and your relationship with money, and when we prioritize our real why for being in business for ourselves, my real why is to support my family. Does that mean there's some changes and things look different? Yeah, it means I focus more on community and more on groups to free up my time, because this is also very important to me. So understanding your why, staying connected with that feeling, learning, and this is magical right here, this is the magical moment, learning to slow down enough to feel the feelings or hear the messages, and messages will come in lyrics, songs, music, birds, conversation, smell the scents. What do you see? Like literally bring in all of your senses and slow down enough to pick up those messages.
Yes. There's a saying there, slow down and smell the roses.
So we did that after our morning walk this morning. I actually have a rose in the kitchen that Hudson had picked.
Oh, fantastic.
So
who would have known that today?
I didn't know I was going to go with that. And that's the thing. We don't know where life's going to take us. But when we take care of ourselves and make ourselves a priority first thing in the morning, I say first thing in the morning, when we prioritize ourselves, everything else nicely folds into place.
Yes. Yes.
It's seamless. And we bounce back so much quicker. And I was aware that I was heading towards burnout if I didn't make a change.
Yes.
Right? Whether that meant floating in the pool, playing in the garden, taking Hudson for a walk, and canceling an appointment, I didn't know yet. I didn't expect him to only sleep 45 minutes.
Yes.
And there's other things I'm trying to do, and I didn't plan this, and I did a really good job, and I'm not disappointed, especially, and I'm actually proud of the fact that I was so aware of my feelings and the direction that this was going in, that it wasn't going to serve me.
No, and that's the first step of making changes for anyone is to be aware of what's going on and thinking or figuring out what to do to make it flow better. The first step is being aware of it and being aware of how you're feeling and acknowledging them and working through them. And like you say, smell the roses.
Smell the roses, enjoy life, and remind yourself why you signed up for this in the first place. And whatever this is, whenever we make a choice, and I know you and I are both in the same community, and we've heard this message before, but whenever you make any kind of choice, you are making a conscious decision. You are making an agreement with yourself to show up as the best version of you, or in that particular circumstance. So is what you're doing serving you? And if it's not, if you're getting that burnout feeling too often, we need to make some subtle shifts in your personal life, in your professional life, blending them.
Yes. Yeah. And that leads me to my next question. What is a balanced life and how did you achieve it? Because you need balance to avoid burnout.
You do need balance to avoid burnout. I'm a type 1 energy, and I know you're a little bit familiar with this, Lorraine. I believe you're a type 2 energy.
Correct.
So this is one of the workshops that I do called Essentially You, where I blend this into the workshop. And the different energy types, as well as where you're at in your life, are going to dictate different things. And Lorraine, you didn't see this, but I just saw 4444 when I looked up at the time. How cool is that? Numerology. So, guys, balance is a matter of realigning your priorities and your values and your morals. But you need to add joy to that list. You need to add play to that list. You need to add peace to that list.
And
Okay?
that's where the self care comes in because we often forget, especially women, we're often taking care of others, our family, our spouse, our kids, our mothers or fathers or someone else. And we always leave ourselves last and we're too tired to take care of ourselves.
Did you read the chapter in the book, burnt toast syndrome?
No, I didn't, not yet.
Okay, I did write a chapter about that in my book, and it's called Your Story Matters, and it's a work self love self help workbook for women.
Yes, I
And
haven't finished it yet.
okay, so you're gonna love that particular piece on burnt toast. And at the end of the day, it's exactly what you said. You know, it's similar to the analogy of putting your own mask first on the airplane, so you then physically can help others.
Right.
But we don't understand or respect that analogy as much because how often are we on a plane?
Right.
Okay. How often do we eat versus how often do we typically, if you're a gluten eater, eat bread? Okay. Most people, most of the time, and we know this. So the burnt toast syndrome is you're cooking 4 pieces of toast. You're making breakfast for yourself, whatever, friends, family, whatever it looks like, and you put 4 pieces of toast in the toaster. One of them is a little bit too light. You put it back in. You go ahead and butter the toast, but all of a sudden this one comes up and it's burnt. Do you throw it out? No. Do you offer it to anyone else? You don't throw it out because you don't want to waste money because that's your money paradigm coming into play.
Right.
That's a separate conversation, but this is why we need to talk about money. You don't offer it to anybody else because you are selfless and you want to put everybody else's needs and give them better than what you would give yourself. That's a mindset piece. Now you are teaching people how to treat you. Interesting. Instead, you eat the burnt toast. You tell yourself it's yummy, delicious, and that you like it.
Yes.
But you don't.
No.
Given the option, if you were home alone, you would have thrown that out and made a new piece in a second. Okay? That is your level of self-love right there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It is multiple dimensional. And now this is outside of, so we were talking about balance. My balance for me comes in the morning routine, in those feelings I was talking about. So again, I don't mean to do this, but it's a perfect example. And this is why I wrote this book. This is my quarterly planner. And do you see what it says there? Take inspired action.
Yes.
Journal. I'm not wearing my glasses.
There it
Affirmation.
is. Okay.
Journal, affirmations, reflections, movement, gratitude, money in, money out, and personal development. The only one I missed on here is meditation, but it's because I do it so much every day that I don't think about it. And you can see I check things off. I finally did my reflection. I have a little routine that I ideally like to do first thing in the morning, ideally, but sometimes it doesn't happen. So I did some of these throughout the day, and that's the reflections I was telling you about that I did on my lunch break.
Yes.
Right? The self-care that I didn't put on this list was stopping and playing and bringing joy into my life.
I typically will do my gratitude list at night because I like to reflect on the day and feel the gratitude that I've experienced during the day.
So I don't know if you saw this, but in my link tree, there's a link that says Tools for the Ambitious Entrepreneur. And it's a video of this book. And I love the fact that you had mentioned what you said, because I have this piece. I'm going to find you a blank one that doesn't have my scribbles on it. I don't have neat handwriting. That's not my gift in this world at all. That's not what I was blessed with. So this is a gratitude page. And at the very top, there's an affirmation. I choose to be happy today, and they're all different.
Yes.
Then you answer these 2 questions for the morning time, and these 3 for the evening time.
Okay.
Or what I do is I will do this in the morning, and I will write out from the night before or what I plan for the day in those areas. It's the same thing, but I packaged everything together in one place because at the end of the day, I know that all of you, every single one of you that are listening to this, you're looking to design your life your way.
Yes.
right? Whatever that means to you. But the one thing it does mean is being more organized, being more prepared, being more intuitive, being more resourceful by having all of your tools in one spot. So you're not dancing around with everything.
So with your tools also, what what made you decide to write your book? Is it because of expressing tools? What made you decide to write your book? Essentially, you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Your story matters. This book right here.
Yes, your story
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah. Sorry. What made me decide to write that is we weren't taught self love.
Oh, that's so true. That's so true. That's what I was going to say before. Like what, but like about the burnt toast. We're taught as kids that you have to do the others first, and if you think of yourself first, you're being selfish.
Yeah.
That's what we're taught.
Yes. So that's what inspired me to write that book. I've had many internal Negative Nelly. That's the name of my paradigm. Her name is Negative Nelly. And for anybody that's paid attention to me in the past, I used to watch Little House on the Prairie, and Nellie Olson, she was not nice to Laura Ingalls. So that's where Negative Nelly comes from.
Mine
But I
is
have,
scary Carrie.
what is it?
Mine is scary Carrie because I have so many. I have fears, like really, really fears.
So, guys, if you don't know what we're doing, we've actually named that dialogue, that inner voice, that chatterbox, that paradigm,
Yes.
the person in our head that is the naysayer. And the reason why we have given him or her, in our case, both hers, an identity is because we can control her. I tell the Negative Nelly, thank you, I've heard you. Shut up and sit down. You're done. I don't want you in my space anymore.
I
I
still
know you're
don't
trying
have,
to
yeah, I still don't have enough control over her, but I do have a name for her.
Okay, so the control, Lorraine, starts with awareness.
Yes.
The control starts with you realizing one day it's going to come out of your mouth. And it doesn't matter how long this journey takes you. The minute you say, and this is how it started with me. Thank you, Negative Nelly. I've heard you. You are doing your job well. You are trying to protect me. Thank you. I've heard you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. I don't have to choose to listen to her.
Right.
She doesn't need to control me. But it started off with gratitude. And sometimes when I don't know what to say, I thank her because she is doing her job. She is trying to keep me safe.
Yes.
And there are some areas I want to be safe, but she's also there's also something else in there taunting me to do more and to do better, and to continuously achieve and see what I'm capable of. Because this is another one of my mantras: is I am willing to get uncomfortable to see what I'm capable of.
Yes, because we were all made for more.
Yes, yes. So, I have a routine that I like to stick with. I have some core basic things. Now, I've gotten into the habit of not necessarily doing them all on the weekends. So I practice this about 75, 25%. I'd like to fine tune it a little bit. I like the 80-20 rule with everything I do. But I hope any of this inspired even one of you, because this is who I am. This is what I do. And this is why Lorraine is here to help you learn from her and to grow and to trust in the people that she's aligned herself with in her life. And she's one of the people I've aligned myself with in my life, because we're all here to learn and to grow from each other.
And I attended one of your workshops too, and it was absolutely great. It was, and you also talked about our types, like you mentioned earlier. You helped us to figure out what type we are, and you also had this video showing us how to dress for our type to be comfortable, which I realized seeing that a lot of the patterns and colors were actually what I felt comfortable in, not knowing that they were really my colors, and what patterns I don't like are really not supposed to be.
And it's interesting that you chose the word comfortable, and you chose it twice in that sentence right there, because comfortable is one of the words for your type.
Yes.
It's not one of the words for my type. I had used the word fine to describe my life.
Yes.
Right? You are leaning into who you truly are and what makes you feel good. And instead of discovering it the hard way, you have found a resource that you've leaned into to help it come out of you naturally.
Yes. And a lot of times my family would call me old fashioned because I didn't like the new things coming out in style. So I would say just because it's in style doesn't mean I have to wear it. And that's at least that's one of the things I was aware of growing up. I just felt they weren't comfortable and I didn't feel comfortable in it, so I didn't want to wear them. So I just think it's funny.
It's amazing though. I thank you so much for the biggest take. Was that your biggest takeaway from the workshop, Lorraine?
No, it wasn't the biggest, but it's part of it because there was so much in there of being you and how each of us matters and
Yeah,
really setting our boundaries and taking care our self-care. The self-care is so important.
it is
Like,
so important. And yes, everything that you're saying, it's just warming my heart because more people need to hear how signing up for a free workshop can give you that kind of feeling and confidence about yourself.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you have stepped into a better version of you, haven't you?
I have. Yes, I have grown and I am realizing it more these last couple of months that I have grown. I feel more positive, more comfortable. I feel better in my skin.
So what's changed?
My confidence, my self worth, that I know I deserve as much as anyone else, and that I don't have to be perfect. No one is perfect. We're all human.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, so we all make mistakes and we have to learn by them. We accept them and we learn to laugh at our mistakes. But we have
Um,
to take care of ourselves first so that we actually have the energy to help others.
it's music to my ears, and energy can come in so many different ways.
Yes.
Lorraine, I have to hop on a call.
Oh, okay. I am so happy that you were able to join us today. Sonia, you are a shining light to the world, and I am so grateful for you sharing all your great ideas and about your workshops with us today. So I will put her contact information in the post, and I will just thank you once again because you're making everybody feel better, and you're helping so many people, and you are helping to make the world a better place for everyone.
Thank you, Lorraine. I really, really appreciate that. I will send you my link tree if you don't have it. And I look forward to you and I hopping on our next just
Okay.
call.
All
We
right.
have call. Yeah. So have
Time
yourself a
flies.
good day.
Thank you. Time flies when you're having fun, eh?
I know. I know. Bye,
Okay.
guys.
Bye. Bye. Well, thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our talk with Sonia today. But before I go, I would like to ask or add one more thing. If you would like something, oh, excuse me, if you would like me to talk about any subject, any health subject, I should say, any health subject or personal development for anyone, but especially for entrepreneurs. If you would like anything for a topic for me to talk to, say, research about, I can research a topic and put it in the comments below, and I will see what kind of research I can come up with for a future live show. So uh, I do want to help you all. Just what interests you, put it in the comments, and I will be back next week. I hope you enjoyed our show today and have a good day, a nice weekend. And thank you for all your support and spread the love and have a wonderful day. Bye.